Hi guys, this is a guide from Paradise City. I'm going to be doing Gundrak today. The first boss in Gundrak is Slad'ran. He's got two basic abilities that must be watched out for. First off, he's got a Poison Nova. This is going to hit anyone within 20 yards, but it's got a lengthy enough cast time to be able to move out of it. So melee DPS, keep an eye on this. The second and more annoying ability is his ability to summon adds. This is going to come in the form of snakes, and they should be brought down as quickly as you can, as they're going to damage the group and they can stun the group as well in the form of snake wrap. So yeah, you can either just nuke the boss if you're confident with your group, or the more safer way is just to get all the adds down before returning DPS to the boss. The second boss you're going to bump into is the Drakari Colossus. This has got two phases. The first phase, you'll be fighting a golem, standard tank and spank. When he reaches 50% health, he's going to transform into an elemental. This is where things get a little more complicated. The elemental's going to cast pools of mojo on 3 party members every half a second, and this pool is going to stay on the floor. So you're going to have quite a lot of pools dotted about, and if you stand in the pools, you're going to take damage every second. So you need to be tanking the elemental away from these, and well, you're going to be moving about a lot in this fight. Just be aware of where you're standing. When you get the elemental down to 50%, he's going to get back into the golem, and this is going to be same as phase 1. There's going to be an added little debuff damage over time, but nothing really to worry about. You're going to nuke the golem down, and just before he dies, he'll get back into the elemental form. Just repeat the steps taken in phase 2 for this and kill the elemental. When you've done that, the golem will just die, and then you've finished that one. I'm just going to put this little bit in that may save you a bit of time. After you've defeated the Colossus, you're expected to go around a big corner filled with mobs. If you're not in for reputation or gold, then you can just jump this wall here and swim to the other side. This is going to save you a bit of time cutting out that corner. The third boss is Moo'rabi. He starts off in a troll form and will have a buff on him that's going to increase his attacks by 25% damage. Healers need to be aware of this, as the tank can take quite high damage in short periods of time on this fight. Throughout the fight, Moo'rabi will try and turn himself into a mammoth. In the early stages of the fight, this can be interrupted, but around 50% the cast bar is removed and it becomes an auto cast. When the mammoth is up, Moo'rabi will deal more damage and will cast AoE damage attack, and this can stun people for 3 seconds. However, when in mammoth form, he's going to take more damage, so you want to save your cooldowns for this point and just nuke him down. The next boss is a heroic only boss, Ek the Ferocious. He needs to be taken down fast. He has a 2-minute enrage timer, and if you haven't downed him within this time, things are going to get really hard. He does a frontal cone damage attack, so he needs to be tanked facing away from the group. He will also jump to a group member, and aggro will be dropped at this point. Tank needs to be quick to pick Ek back up and pull him to the original position. At 20%, Ek will enrage, making him deal considerably more damage. This can hit anything up to 20,000 on plate tanks, so make sure your defensive cooldowns are saved for them. This is another shortcut towards the final boss. After defeating Ek, go back up into Moo'rabi's room and just jump over the side of the balcony here, swim into the centre ledge as before. This is going to also save you a lot of time. The final boss in Gundrak is Galdara. He has two forms. The first form is a troll and has two abilities. Whirlwind Slash. This is an AoE whirlwind ability that DPS need to be aware of. This leaves a debuff of 3 to 4,000 DPS. And Stampede is his other. This is going to bring a rhino out and target random group members. This will deal damage and sling you into the air. You need to take notice if healers are getting this because they can often be moved out of range. His second form is a rhino. When he moves into this form, he's going to have a few abilities. Puncture is going to be one to look out for. This is going to be applied to the tank only, but this is going to be a damage over time spell that can stack. So, nuke him down as soon as you can to prevent this from doing too much damage. Impaling Charge will target a random player, leaving them unable to move or attack, and dealing 1500 damage a second for 5 seconds. Just a note that the further you are away from the boss at this point, the more charge damage you will take. So try to stay within, close range of the boss, to reduce damage. And that's it. Hopefully this guide will have helped some of you. And if you've got any questions, feel free. If you're stuck on any other instances, just check out my channel.